Today on the channel, we prepare for war with the IRS, with Warlord, I.R.S, Target exclusive, WWE Mattel Elite, Legends, Greatest Hits, Series 2.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Greatest Hits Legends Target exclusive Series 2 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Warlord, we got IRS. But for all your Greatest Hits Legends, Target. But for everything else under the sun, Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do every other review here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to prepare for war with the Warlord first. My dad's favorite wrestler. Shout out to my dad. My dad needs another copy of this Warlord. He, of course, has the original version, as do I. Have both of these original versions. We'll compare them later on in this very video. But this Warlord, a great figure, an all-timer figure. And the Warlord, like I said, my dad's favorite, so it does trickle down to me a little bit. I love my big, beefy wrestlers. He did wear face paint once upon a time. So Warlord always playing a lot of hits for me, and I'm here for more Warlord figures. But they're kind of out of ideas, I think. Maybe they could get a little bit of that different solo run where you didn't have kind of the Warlord gimmick going on. But I'm here for all the Warlord figures they want to give us. But apparently they want to give us a re-release here. And like we always say, Mattel wants every dollar out of your wallet. If they see Warlord selling on the aftermarket, hey, maybe we should put that back out. Maybe we should get those funds. Here we are today. But it is the Greatest Hits Legend style packaging going on. WWE Legend logo right there. Warlord, Mattel, of course. Eating up on this one. Mark Summers on the couch, of course, yes. Double Dare's own Mark Summers holding it down here, holding the fort from the couch. Elite logo up top. Big window box, of course. Warlord on the side. Warlord on the other side. And then on the back, got the cross-sell. We'll unbox all these on the channel. Stay tuned for that. Got the blurb, got the glamour shot, all the fun stuff. Let's see what it says by our old friend Warlord. In an era of powerhouses, perhaps the most powerful of them all was the physically imposing Warlord. Managed by the Doctor of Style Slick. We just unboxed his Heels and Faces figures. Man, let's get into Mattel Elite Slick. Warlord dominated opponents in the early 90s, leading to a power versus power match at WrestleMania 7 against the British Bulldog. Never forget that one, of course. Way back in the day. Old Warlord getting it done. A man of war. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison for the Warlord. Looking good. Looking only like a Warlord could look. And I think most people do remember Warlord this version. I don't know if they fondly remember the Warlord, of course, of the Powers of Pain. I probably enjoyed that one a little bit more myself, selfishly. But I'm not sure how well people remember this era of Warlord. He did have a WrestleMania match, of course. I'm going to pop him out of the package here. There we go. His war stick. See you later. And I guess that's what we'll start. We'll start with the accessories first right here. Got a couple twist ties off to the side. McFarlane style, maybe. Maybe. There we go. We're going to start with his stick. His Warlord stick. A little bit bent up here. Got to heat that up. Move that back in place. Got the big W on there. Is he a wizard? Is he a Warlord? Who knows? But he's got a little staff here. He'll hit you with it if you're not careful. Silverish gray color going on. Hands, of course, a gripping hand and a fisted hand out of the package. You get the opposite over here. So choose your own adventure. You got to have him gripping one of those, I think, though, at the end of the day. Get those extra hands for the Warlord. Now we're going to dive in. We're going to start with the Phantom of the Warlord right here. Got that Warlord mask. Phantom of the Opera style is what it reminds me of right here. Very interesting. You got that half mask going on. Not sure exactly the reason. You got that little W, I guess. It almost looks like a lightning bolt. It looks like the end of his staff, but it's sideways on the top of his mask right there. Looking good. Should be removable. Should be. Oh my gosh, it is not removable. It is not. I mean, I think you could pry that off if you wanted to, but it is stuck on his head. That's not removing. So we're going to bring out the other one here in a second, so stay tuned for that. But very interesting. I think you could get that off. I'm just not gonna, as it is definitely stuck on there pretty good. Got that big bushy goatee down below, of course, as well. But definitely looks like the Warlord. And then you get down to the body on this one a little bit. Definitely looks like he's ready to play for the Oakland Raiders, is what he looks like he's ready to do. He's got those football guards over the top here, looking very, very nice. Here for that, of course, looking very cool. No issues with that. Nice black color. Got the silver chains just dangling over in the front and the back. He does got that Warlord heavyweight title belt. It is removable here. So if you're a real player out there, you could add this Warlord belt and make him defend this belt if you wanted to. But it is removable, which is kind of cool. And you guys know me. I always want to make these guys as different as possible. Trying to think, how do I display these guys a little bit differently? So more to come on that, I guess, in the future. You got the Warlord trunks going on there, and you got the matching knee pads in black. Got the big black boots going on as well, and then you got the white, how about black wrist tape on this one here. Of course, arms all the way around for us. This does move out of the way for us there nicely. Bicep cut, those big old Warlord biceps, of course. Double-jointed pinless elbows, that's a nice update there. Hands back, forth, side to side, removable. Ab crunch, waist articulation. Big old Warlord splits, ready to take on the world. Leg goes up, thigh cut, double jointed, pinned knees on this one. Boot cut, ankles back and forth, side to side. Usual Mattel articulation right here for the old Warlord. And does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But a very cool, nice Warlord figure. But definitely feels a little bit different. Like I said, I got the other Warlord right here. Got this ready to go. Now this Warlord, the mask comes right off. No issue. So you can take the mask off on this one. This one, like I said, I think it could come off if you pried enough, but it's not coming off out of the package there. So it's very cool to see the Warlord right here looking like this. Of course, you got the big apparatus over the top on him as well, just like we saw with him. He's got the football stuff. You got the removable belt on here. Same knee pads, same tights. All the usual stuff here, but definitely feels a little bit different and really makes me want to kind of display one without the football stuff, without the mask, make it just kind of a plain Jane wrestling in the ring Warlord. I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do there, but I feel like I should try to make this feel as different as I possibly can. Mix the hands up, mix it around. Like I always do with these chases and re-releases, make them feel as different as you possibly can. That's where I kind of want to do with the Warlord here, but mask not coming off of this one here. So maybe I take off the apparatus on here. Maybe I take the mask off on this one, take that belt off, and this is just straight ring gear wrestling Warlord. I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening there. But the Warlord, a great figure, definitely getting its due, definitely time to come back. And I should mention the last Warlord figure. To me, this is my favorite version of the Warlord. Just wish we had a Barbarian to match this. Not in the cards, at least as of right now, but a very good Warlord figure right there. Here for that all day long and twice on Sunday. And one thing I'm not here for is taxes. Oh, nobody likes the tax man, always getting into our pockets. George Harrison wrote the song about the tax man, of course. So when you think of hokey villains from the 90s, Vince McMahon probably getting beat down by the tax man and said, I know what I'm going to do. I'll teach you, IRS. I'm going to make an IRS character, and that's what they did. Heel immediately, especially more to parents at the time when I was a little kid. I was like, it's IRS. He's a bad guy. It's old Captain Mike. Got a new gimmick going on where my dad's like, ooh, that IRS guy, that IRS taking my money. I'm sure that's what he was thinking. I'd have to fact check it, ask him. Unfortunately, he's not here to ask. If he was, I'm sure that's what he'd tell us. But we got Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, looking a little bit small in that packaging as we do see. Erwin R. Shyster down here, WWE Legends logo. 8-and-up, Mark Summers already on the case, of course. Greatest hits, Elite. Looking good, IRS giving you the finger point. That's one of the upgrades with this one we definitely needed. Talk about that here in a second. Greatest hits, WWE, Erwin R. Shyster. On the back, the big cross sell down below. We got Tugboat, we got IRS, we got Warlord, we got King Booka, and we got the greatest of all time, the Ultimate Warrior. Quite the heavy hitter set, as we know. Blurb, let's see what it says about our friend IRS. Titles World Tag Team Champion on more than one occasion. The tax collector with the appropriate initials IRS came to the ring with a message for all the tax cheats out there. Pay your taxes or pay the penalty. Whether a singles competitor or as one half of Money Incorporated, IRS would be the one coming to collect in the most brutal way possible. How about that? Would love to see a Captain Mike. Would love to see Varsity Club Mike Rotunda in the future. Heck, the U.S. Express version way back in the day as well. There's more meat on the bone here. I just don't know if Mattel WWE wants to dive into some of those. As they are, I get it, fairly boring. But it'd be really cool with Rick Steiner in the club now. We get the Varsity Club going. It'd be cool to get some of that stuff. Not sure if it's in the cards or not. We'll see what the future holds, I guess. But the future holds for I.R.S. is what we're going to find out right now. We're going to pull him out of the package. See you later, goodbye. Now this figure, a lot of people know this. Those glasses, a lot of people missing the glasses on I.R.S. So a lot of people finally getting a chance to get a complete I.R.S. If you try to buy an I.R.S. loose, a lot of times the glasses are missing. I've seen that numerous times over the years, of course. And he's also locked in Todd McFarlane style at the legs over here, so I better free him from the plastic prison. 1, 2, buckle and shoes wherever I go. There it is. See you later, goodbye. Oh my gosh, and of course locked in at the hand as well. Let's just lock him in everywhere. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Hopefully that's it. We got I.R.S. out. Oh my gosh. Then we got rubber bands locking down that briefcase. What's in that briefcase? I always wondered. What's I.R.S. storing in that briefcase? Just tax documents? See you later, goodbye. I don't know. Nothing too exciting, it seemed like, ever. So I don't know what was up with that. But he does come with the iconic briefcase. He was always carrying that thing around. I think, and you guys fact check this, I think it wasn't full of documents. I think he was just carrying this around as a weapon to get to use in the future. I think that was his thing. But it is a nice little briefcase. Seen these before, of course. Does open up if you wanted to. Would have been nice for some like tax cheat documents inside of here, but I guess you could make your own if you wanted to. But nice kind of sparkly silver case right here going on. Hands, of course, you got a pointing hand and a gripping hand. You got the exact opposite out of the package here, so you can choose your own I.R.S. adventure. And as I did mention with I.R.S., very cool to get this pointing finger hand. Very iconic. He was pointing to the tax cheats everywhere. He was always getting after them. So I do like that a whole lot. Now, of course, most people of the younger generation know Mike Rotunda I.R.S. as the father of Bo and Bray Wyatt. We know all about that. Or Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt. You know what I meant. More known for that than this, of course, era. But of an all-timer, a Hall of Famer, as we do know, is Mike Rotunda. And I mentioned those glasses. A lot of people losing them. Very interesting. They got the rubber band around those glasses. So I do like that. They don't want them falling out in the package, but I have seen reports of people having I.R.S. with no glasses that fell out in the package. Very good glasses. They just don't stay on very well, unfortunately. So I'm going to hold on to this rubber band just in case there. But all day long, this looks like Mike Rotunda I.R.S. Not confusing this with anybody else. Unless you confuse him with like 80s Charlie Sheen. He kind of has that look to him as well. But it does look really, really nice. Got those red suspenders over the top with that red tie. Power move. Anybody that wears a red tie, they're a power move player. They're trying to get intimidation at you. That's what they're doing with those red ties. So be careful of red ties. I.R.S. little logo on the shirt. Nice. Nice white collar there. White shirt. Working man shirt here. Got the black pants going on. Looking very nice there as well. All the way down to the black boots. Articulation arm all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. Playing those upgraded hits. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Waist articulation. Yes, he does. Ab crunch, of course. Head back and forth, side to side. Head removable. And then you do get those big old I.R.S. splits. Known for his time around the I.R.S. office doing splits. Entertaining everybody around the coffee. Of course, leg goes up, not a lot there. We're getting some of that bounce back, that Mattel bounce back. Not as much articulation there in the legs as of late. Hopefully they get that fixed. I do get a thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, then you get ankles back and forth, side to side. So we get all that modern day articulation here for old I.R.S. And of course he'll fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Old I.R.S. fitting on that stand there. And I do got the classic I.R.S. here. Let's see what we got for differences. Not a ton of differences here. Definitely an improved head sculpt on this one. Not terribly different, but a little bit more, less cartoony in the face department, I will say that. Same tie, same suspenders, same body. Of course, pinless joints this time around on the arms and the legs. Actually, it looks like he's got the Build-A-Figure body legs on the bottom here. I forgot all about that. Different legs for sure. Whole bottom half totally separate, so that's a nice improvement as well. So definitely an improvement on with this I.R.S. And I.R.S. a guy you can have on two different shelves. That's why I always try to make them as different as possible. You put one on your tag team shelf. You put one on your solo career shelf. And speaking of tag teams, of course, Ted DiBiase, I pair that up with this basic one. That's where the old one's going to go. Of course, there are big wins as Money Incorporated in the tag team division back in the day. Always enjoyed Ted DiBiase and I.R.S. together. Just felt right for whatever reason, but I could see them having a feud. Never happened, but I.R.S. turned into a good guy. Is that possible for him to turn into a good guy? I don't know, but he could say, Ted DiBiase, I caught you tax cheating and all this, and he could have a little feud there. Not sure where it would go afterwards, but that was a feud. They left some meat on the table with that one, I do think. But nice to get an updated I.R.S., even nicer to get an updated Warlord. Got some decisions to make, got to figure out how I want to display these guys. Want to make them as different as possible. That's the key to these re-releases from the Greatest Hits Legends, Greatest Hits Regular, from the Vault. You know what I mean. So we got to figure out a way to display these. But two bad guys back in the 90s, the Warlord and I.R.S. from the Target Greatest Hits editions. What's your thoughts on these two? Pickups, passes, long games, no games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, we'll unbox the rest of these on the channel eventually, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Videos every single day. You guys know that by now. Even more content over on the Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it brings. So much stuff over there every single day. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for the Warlord and I.R.S., I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.